And welcome to another episode of the Rebel Radio Podcast. And
Mark, you muted.
Oh,
he's gone.
Even worse, he's gone. Damn.
What a noob.
He had just learned how to make a recording on a computer.
fuck, I could hear y'all. I don't know. That was weird. It, like right when I started, like darted me out. And my computer's completely refreshed and restarted. So I don't know. Maybe the gremlins are on my internet tonight.
Maybe so.
How old is that PC?
I have no idea.
I think it's a Commodore.
Want to buy me a new one?
Yeah.
Is it a compact?
No.
Yeah, it's a compact.
E-machines?
No, it's a Dell.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Anyway, slight false start there. The RebelRadioPodcast.com, where all your Rebel Radio needs. Full crew tonight, as you can hear. I don't know. That just completely threw me for a loop. And but yeah, man. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time of the day you're listening to our podcast. I was thinking before we started, man, are we gonna have a stormy night and not be able to record with thunder and lightning in the background? Or maybe that would be cool to give it like this moody effect. I don't know. But
it just seemed to have passed a little bit.
It seemed to have passed through and rumbled over a bit.
Yeah,
so that's good. Every night this week we've had like a weird summer storm. So. And Long doesn't want to hear anything about the summer because he is recording literally almost in his underwear since he's having AC issues. And for
blame him.
People out there that don't understand in Texas, when you say it's fucking hot, it's really fucking hot.
If y'all follow Grizzlies news, they have like people who have seen like women, like there's been a couple women arrested for like walking around like naked. Because it's so damn hot outside. No, fully naked, like 2 women in the past month and a half.
What's wrong with that? I mean, it depends how they look, I guess. But,
yeah.
Well, yeah, I remember one summer, this was like 20 years ago, man. I was in Canada in July, and it was like 71, right? Great fucking weather. But that was a heat wave for them. They're up there, people walking around with fanning themselves, sweating, going, oh my God, it's so hot. I'm like, what do you mean this is hot? This is fucking fantastic. 71 degrees, no humidity. But they thought it was hot as hell. You know, I was like,
yeah.
71.
How do people like, in Saudi Arabia, people like men, they wear those long white cotton, clothes in the outdoors. They do like pajamas or something.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean,
I don't know how they can wear that in like triple digit.
In San Antonio last week on vacation, walking through Market Square, I saw an Arabian family, and they were in all those robes and everything. And I'm just thinking, I'm out here sweating like balls, man. What the fuck you wearing that?
Yeah.
And,
but should have stopped and asked them, hey, how do you guys not get hot?
Dedication to their cultural beliefs, I guess, man. But yeah. I don't know. I think I have to give up those cultural beliefs. I lived in Texas. Like, I'm just going to be a Texan.
Just eat super spicy food like they do in Thailand and cool down afterwards.
Could do that.
But yeah, man. Some good news. Well, first off, you guys doing all right? Y'all good? Other than long sweating balls?
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Yeah, me too, better. Man. But it's Thursday, and it's one more day of work, and it's already been a long week with inventory. So yeah, I could be better. but man, we have some good news finally. Voice recording has officially started for Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. Can you believe it? It's still on track for an early 2027 release, so we're still about a year and some change till this comes out. But it's about time. I'll take it as some good news because, man, it's like
So the same studio of that apparently did K-pop Demon Hunters. So
yes, my daughter has discovered that. Thank you, Long.
You're welcome.
I've had to hear the songs. I've had to hear singing. I've had to hear all about it. Yeah, and now
Did you watch the whole movie too.
No, I haven't watched it. But what's next is this has been a massive hit for Netflix, of course, and so the merchandising is coming. It's not there yet because they didn't know it was going to be this kind of a hit. by Christmas there's going to be T-shirts and toys and all kinds of merchandise. There's already a theatrical special coming out, like a sing-along version. So this has been a huge hit. I mean, it's been like Netflix's #1 movie for like 4 straight weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, it even beat Happy Gilmore 2. So it's huge.
Yeah, apparently the executives at Sony who wrote it off, just pass it over to Netflix. They're like probably hanging themselves right now.
Oh, I bet. But is it to say it's the same that it would have caught on theatrically? It's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, but either way, it's a massive hit for Sony and for Netflix.
I still haven't seen part 2 of Spider-Verse yet.
Oh man, you need to. I mean, one of the great cliffhangers of all time, to be honest. I mean, I would rank this cliffhanger in a top 10 cliffhanger of all time. That's how good the ending of the movie is, and just the movie.
I'll probably wait until the release of the next one
gets a little closer. It's a fantastic film. And hell, we may even cover it on the podcast right before the new one comes out. It'd be great to do part 2 since we already did part 1. But it's just good news that, man, they're moving along on this. A lot of people are waiting for that. A lot of fans of those films. Stop bug-eyeing me long. It's weird, man. Don't look, Matt. Don't look. It's weird. And then I guess this Highlander remake is moving along with Henry Cavill.
I look like Zeus from No Holds Barred. Apparently
it starts shooting next month, the Highlander remake. Man, it's going to happen when Chad Zdarsky, or however you say his last name, directing, Henry Cavill starring, and Karen Gilliam from Guardians of the Galaxy was just cast in the film.
But she won't be bald this time, I bet.
I love Highlander, but I think it's one movie that I think a modern action remake it could benefit from.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always down for swords and beheadings and kick-ass action. And if you're from the director of John Wick, I mean, come on, man. It's like it feels like a win all over for a remake.
How about Remo Williams?
Who the fuck? Is that some like bad '80s flick?
The Adventures of Remo Williams, starring Fred Ward. That was the weirdest action movie I've ever watched in my life. I've only seen it once, but I still remember some shit from that movie 40 years ago. They were like, what the hell is this? Some old kung fu master running across water like Jesus or something?
Yeah.
Remo
I expect the very
R-E-M-O.
strange references from Matt now and then. I didn't expect Long to bust out Remo Williams.
Oh, that's the dude from Tremors. Yeah.
And now that we're getting since Johnny Depp has done nothing with his career since the whole Amber Heard thing, I guess he's really pushing Disney to make Pirates of the Caribbean 6. Do we need another Pirates of the Caribbean? It's like
I don't think so.
I barely stayed awake from part 4, Stranger Tides.
Right. That's why I'm like, I did see the 5th one, but I don't recall it. That just tells you something right there. I know I saw it, but
Dead Man's Tales or something.
Dead
Man's Chest or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't there like a female one too? Female pirates, or is that?
No, that was rumored at one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was rumored at one time. They were going to make an all-female Pirates of the Caribbean. They never did. But
there have been some famous female pirates in history that were pretty damn vicious.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. Like I'm all down for. I think pirates are cool, and it's cool to have a pirate movie. But like, let's do like a new Redbeard movie or something kind of different, man. Do I really want to see another pirate movie based off a Disney ride?
Redbeard,
with Johnny Depp. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. It's famous. Let's get a Captain Morgan movie, just drinking rum all day. No, that's a total joke. But I don't know. We'll see. But I just came across that in the news because I guess it's officially 50 years of Industrial Light and Magic this week. So yeah, because that makes sense. We're coming up on 50 years of Star Wars. It was created a couple of years before Star Wars came up. And, they, of course, created the character Davy Jones for Pirates of the Caribbean, which was quite a phenomenal CGI character. Of course, all the work they've done with Star Wars and numerous other films over the years. So pretty wild, man. I think 50 years old and still making films. I mean, I know they did some work on Superman, in the new DCU and things like that. So, it's hard to go watch I mean, if you saw Jurassic World, this summer, ILM, of course, they always do those movies. It's hard to go see a science fiction film now that's not Industrial Light and Magic. I mean, even the MCU has their own studios, use have called on ILM to correct some special effects shots and things like that. So you can't go to the movies without Industrial Light and Magic being part of it nowadays.
Speaking
Unless
of
you're James Cameron, you
MCU,
use your own company.
yeah, I hear that they're moving out of Atlanta. Like they're moving all of their filming operations.
Who is?
Marvel Studios.
Oh.
Marvel Studios. Like they're
They've
moving
done a
all
lot
of
in
their
Vancouver as well.
yeah, they're filming all of their operations away from Atlanta, and honestly, that sucks considering like people build their lives around it, and the folks in LA are like, well, welcome to the club,
Yeah, the people that are further down that are impacted the biggest.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, so a little bit of news there and going on. So what'd you guys watch this week? Anything cool? Somebody watch something cool?
I finished watching
Alien Earth.
Yeah, the second episode.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not on the
I watched
third yet.
Man, Matt, you slacking, bro.
Well, I opted to watch the first episode of Peacemaker first.
Peacemaker season 2?
Yep.
Oh, okay. How is it?
Came out today. It's an even weirder opening.
I've heard
dance.
I've heard the opening of the show is quite something. Yeah.
Yes, it is something. It's like, you ever seen like SpongeBob dance or Squidward dance on Nickelodeon? They just kind of reach out their hands and they wiggle them. It's like that, but with like weird Broadway footwork.
That's not what even I was talking about. I've heard there's lots of schlongs.
Oh yeah, there's schlongs. Yeah.
Like
that's how comfortable Matt's been with schlongs. He doesn't even register it.
And I've heard it's not just one or two; it's several.
It's really? It's like the dude from Matrix. That's like, I don't even see it anymore. I don't, cat.
It doesn't even bother me anymore. I'm so desensitized.
It's just okay. There's another one. It's all right. But yeah, that and I'm on season 6 of Better Call Saul. So trying to finish.
You never even finished Babylon 5, did you?
No, I'm still on like season 3. And there's a lot of action.
Actually, yeah. Well, actually, I'm glad you made it that far. Really, I mean, when you got past season 1, it gets better in season 2.
Yes,
and then season
3, it really picks up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like action every episode. A lot of space battles in 3.
Yeah.
Just wait till you get to 4, man. It's
yeah. Well, when's the last time you saw Babylon 5? When's the last time you saw the episode?
Been months.
Months.
Like 3 or 4 months, probably.
Man, see, at least fucking HBO Max had the decency to put like AI HD upgrade on Babylon 5. Fucking Deep Space Nine is so neglected. It's such a crime because I believe that is the best Star Trek series, bar none. I like it more than TNG, honestly. Wow. Because the character work is so good.
The only thing that HD correct on Babylon 5, any space shots though aren't HD corrected because they weren't shot that way. So it's weird with Babylon 5. All the scenes on the station are all HD upgrade, but the space shots are the original because when they tried to HD upgrade it, it looked stretched and faked. So,
oh really?
Yeah, Straczynski was very open talking about that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is that reboot still happening?
Straczynski, the last update he gave, he said it's still alive. So
yeah, he's not getting any younger.
No.
So.
And now he's going back to writing for Marvel again. He's going to start doing, I think, Spider-Man again, writing their book. So, but yeah, apparently last he said it was still alive. So we'll see. Yeah, man. So,
anything else, Matt?
No, that's. I want to say that's pretty much it.
I haven't seen much. It's just Alien Earth, episode 3. So.
Yeah,
Pretty much deals with the aftermath of episode 2.
Yeah, I watched episode 3 as well. Man, Matt didn't watch it. You son of a bitch.
Sorry, man. I forgot there was a third episode.
Well, what did you think of episode 2?
Dude, it's freaking nuts. I called it too. Some of the parts where like they're trying to get into that hotel room apartment room, and the dude comes out in like a freaking 1700s wig and he's like, we're having a party.
Yeah,
I can't be bothered. And then you see like the outline of a statue behind the guy, and I was like, that's an alien. And then it goes to the medic, and then back to the security officer again, and then sure enough you see the statue pivot, and it's like all hell breaks loose. I like that they are not afraid of the gore and the bloodshed. There's fucking intestines everywhere. There's body parts flying everywhere. And it's not overly done to where it's like super like gross. I think that it's just enough to get.
It showcases how vicious the xenomorph is.
Yeah, it's purposeful.
It doesn't. It's not exploitive or anything. It just shows as is. Well, I mean, it's a vicious animal or vicious alien, so that's what it's going to do against undefended humans. So,
then,
how about the menagerie of freaky aliens? The cat,
Oh, dude, the cat with the eyeball.
The body horror. Yeah.
Yes.
And then in episode 3, they were Oliphant's character, Kirsch, what is it? He refers to him. Is that the first time I've ever referred to him as xenomorphs? I never remember him ever being called by name in any of the films.
Not that I
Just
recall.
Creatures or aliens. They never called him a xenomorph.
Yeah.
I thought that was really interesting because xenomorph to me was always a name that was created by H.R. Geiger as part of his artwork, but it was never said in the movies. So I thought that was interesting that they actually made the name continuity in a way, because it never was a really officially continuity. It was just what they were called. So I thought that was really interesting. That was a non-spoiler episode 3 thing. The only thing that bothered me about episode 3, and I'm going to try to stay non-spoilers, Matt hasn't seen it, is there's a scene at the beginning of the episode, and it takes place behind closed doors. I'm like, why do they do that? Why can't we see what's going on? I think that really kind of irritated me, because it would have been badass to see what was going on.
Oh, I did watch an interview with Noah Hawley, the showrunner, and the way he wanted to portray the future of Alien Earth. And he didn't want to go down the cliche of making it a dystopia, depressing and all that. He just wanted to make it like what if, the only sucky part is it's owned by mega corporations. But other than that, life as a human being in the 21st century. Yeah, it's like, it is what it is. It's beautiful. It's ugly, but it's beautiful, just like, our world.
One thing
in the future.
Yeah, I thought it was cool because like in Ripley's Alien movies, the androids are treated kind of like secondary beings. You know what I mean? No one trusts them. People don't like the synthetics, but in Alien Earth, synthetics and cyborgs are very much a part of the population. People are kind of, so what I've seen so far, they just accept it as part of our life. Now are they considered kind of toys? Yes, in a way, especially for the rich weird guy in the robe, but they're not seem to be frowned upon as much, especially if they're using them to the extent what they're using them for search and recovery. They trust them. I think that's a cool concept. Also, the cyborg, is he good or bad? What is your theory?
My theory is there's some conflict in him. Him acknowledging the fact that he had to, forsake his fellow crewmen to finish the mission. So there's some. I'm sorry, that's spoiler territory for you, Matt. There's some remorse in that cyborg, and it does get the actors who play the other synthetics are really good. They're adults, but they act really like it's like, hey, I can kind of see White in there. this grown cyborg, or something like that, or Waverly or Matt's kids or whatever as grown-ups.
It adds a neat element to the show.
Yeah, it does. But my theory, I think it definitely blurs the line, and I think he's still just his definite priority is still the mission.
That's what I think. I think it's just his mission's priority, but I don't think he's necessarily a bad dude. He's just trying to finish his mission.
What's your theory?
Mine?
Yeah.
No, I think that I think it's a classic storytelling maneuver where they're making it seem like this really evil guy, but I think he's under orders to finish his mission at all costs, and I think it's just classic corporate battling. He's doing what his boss wants him to do, and he's trying to do it at all costs, but I don't think he wants to hurt the kids because he could have already and he didn't. He's only going to hurt people that are a threat to him. And I don't think he felt the kids were a threat to him.
Talking about the
one him or the mission.
Right.
Yeah.
He tried to collect the xenomorph, that one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like in that episode, he killed people
hands.
that were a threat to him, but he doesn't in episode 3.
Yeah.
And he has some cool fucking tech we haven't seen before in the Alien universe. I mean, the trap he used on the xenomorph was something new we hadn't seen.
Mm-hmm.
The electric weapon that he uses on them to slow them down. Just some neat stuff we had not seen before. And we saw fucking colonial Marines fighting these things in James Cameron's Alien, and we didn't have this kind of tech. So I think that's some interesting stuff. Of course, Cameron's aliens weren't going to that outpost knowing that that's what they were fighting either.
That's true.
So,
speaking of corporations, I was rewatching the Predator Badlands trailer again, and the android chick is definitely Weyland-Yutani because the symbol's right behind her head. The Weyland-Yutani symbol.
Yeah,
it's definitely
I feel they're
present.
tied on it. Did either one of you watch the animated one yet?
Yeah, Hunter of Hunters or Killer of Killers.
Yeah,
I saw it.
I talked about it, dude. It's great, wasn't it? Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's really good, Matt. You'll like it.
It's an easy watch too. It's only like an hour and 25 minutes, and it's so action packed. It goes by quick.
It is.
I loved it, man. It made me hope they do more. And it just. And we've talked about this before. Disney, who owns all this stuff now, they have all this power in animation. I want. Where DC's been doing DC movies for years. I would love to see Disney use their animation library to do more stuff. I'd like to see some animated Star Wars. I'd like to see some animated Predator, animated Aliens. More Marvel stuff adapted to animated form. I like that kind of stuff. I love the art form of animation. So, but Predator was really cool. But yeah, man, it's a good time to be a fan of those franchises right now. We got Alien Earth and a new Predator movie coming out in October, I believe it comes out.
November.
Is it November? That?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it's November. But yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, man. That's really all I watched too. Was just the new episode of Alien Earth, and I'm trying. Yeah, that's about it, man. Really been I was cruising around looking for stuff to watch. I mean, I did watch the latest episode of My Dress Up Darling. That was probably the best episode of the new season so far. Yeah, man. I think I watched another episode of Kaiju number 8, but I'm only like 6 episodes in. Yeah, that's about it. Just a little bit
of
TV.
The current season or the past season?
The first season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but I mean, probably watch some hentai in there, but we're not going to count that. But yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll get into today's featured film a little earlier than usual, man. We just didn't watch that much, but that's what happens. You have a short recording week because, man. All right, this is a movie that actually, man, many years ago, I remember seeing this in theaters with my dad. I don't know why I remember this was back in the day. I remember standing in line to see this because, I guess the showing had sold out, and we bought tickets for the next showing, and we just waited. That's what you did in the 90s. There was none of this buying tickets online and just pulling up the theater like you do now.
Yeah.
And this was billed as a big sci-fi epic with Kurt Russell, as a huge star at the time, and well, I mean, still is a star today, and it just looked like a fun science fiction adventure that we had not seen in some time. I mean, there was a lot of comparisons of this film. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, you always had a movie billed as, the next Star Wars or the next Star Trek. And this movie was no different. It was billed that way. And it certainly has elements of those films and also adventure films. And that is Stargate, directed by Roland Emmerich. Yes, that Roland Emmerich, the same one that would go on to make Independence Day and lots of other disaster movies after this. And I said last week on the preview for this week that I think this is his best movie he's made, and I still stand by that after rewatching this week. I don't think Emmerich has made a better film than Stargate. He's made a lot of entertaining films, don't get me wrong, but this is his best point to the numbers, beginning, middle, climax, ending film that just plays well, paced well, acted well, great special effects for 1994. It just hits all the notes. So, Matt, let you summarize this movie.
Yeah. So this is the first time I've actually watched it all the way through. I've always watched this movie in like bits and pieces whenever it would come on. And, I'd either see the beginning or I'd see the middle or I'd see the end. And so this movie, it introduces you to Colonel Jonathan. He is kind of traumatized recently because his son shot himself. And then you've got James Spader's character, Dr. Jackson. He's giving a lecture on Egyptian hieroglyphics, and he's accosted by Catherine Langford and is brought to a government facility where they have discovered, runes, and, which point to a Stargate that is activated by Jonathan, and they enter with the Colonel into a planet that is ruled by Ra. And when they get there, they find that the people there speak a little bit of Egyptian. He has to translate the language, and what he finds out is Ra has taken human form and forced these people to harvest a mineral on that planet so he can sustain life. Ra is not there, but he comes back, and then that's whenever the conflict ensues. And then the Colonel and Jackson have to team up together. There's a bomb that the Colonel had brought, and they capture the bomb. He's got to turn that bomb against them and defeat Ra at the end, ultimately in epic fashion. And then they, of course, come back to Earth. And I forget, did they destroy the Stargate? I know they were supposed to destroy. That's right, they didn't. So they originally were going to destroy the Stargate, and Kurt Russell was going to stay behind. In pure Kurt Russell fashion, he's the perfect guy for this role, and send back Jackson and his lovely, girlfriend, wife, that was given to him as a gift. But they blow up Ra, the guy from the Crying Game, and send him into oblivion. We don't get to see Ra in his alien form, but it is implied that he is alien because of his eyes. His guards, Horus and all them, they have really cool effects with their helmets. This was a minimal CGI effect where the helmet would just detract really quick, really cool, really precise. And, they're it was pretty intimidating. But I like how it's, it spawned a TV series after this that way more popular than the movies. Sort of, yeah.
Because, we can do this right now. They had plans for this to be a trilogy. And the studio made the TV show, sold rights to it without Emmerich and Devlin actually knowing. Emmerich and Devlin tried to sue, but the studio said, no, we own this. So it ruined their plans for a sequel.
Damn.
So Devlin and Emmerich really didn't have a lot to do with the TV show. They do have producer credits on it because they made the film, but they really have nothing to do with the show.
Almost 4 times the budget is what they made back worldwide.
Right.
It's a very popular film. Very good.
I remember it had a huge opening weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Kurt Russell even he turned down the role like 3 times before he accepted it. And I know they really, really wanted him.
Well, he turned down the role without reading the script, and his agent said, "Look, read this." And he read it. And he goes, "Oh, it's really not that bad."
Yeah. Stargate. What the fuck is this? Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. His character is clearly not the prime choice for this job. He's clearly still dealing with the death of his son, but he's still thrown into action anyways. Maybe it's his paranoia and ability to find out to identify threats and act accordingly is what they like about him. But this is a film where I feel like the CGI works. I think the script is good, the story's good, it's got good pacing, and I like the casting in this film. You kind of get what's going to happen towards the end, because it's pretty obvious what they're going to do with the bomb, but that doesn't stop it from being a good, entertaining sci-fi flick. I never watched the TV series. I just I've only watched this, and
just envision a 90s sci-fi series that rips off everything else, like Star Trek and everything. That's basically what SG-1 was.
I know you said there's nudity in the first episode,
right? If you can find the unedited version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought there's no nudity in this one, right? Because
No.
he goes in with his wife or girlfriend from this new planet, and the blinds just close and it's implied. And I was like, oh crap, was there nudity? And I just missed it this whole time. And I was like, just kind of glazed past it real quick.
I first saw this movie on VHS, and I thought the plotting was really good. I mean, nothing that blew my mind or anything like that, but it was just like for me, a serviceable sci-fi adventure movie. And some of the stuff that sticks out to me is still, I do like the third act, which is very good and fast paced, and the high stakes of the pyramid ascending, and then what else? And then I like the little fact that the reason why Ra kept the humans around is because human bodies were the easiest to heal or to engineer for his survival and stuff. So
other than Ra, it seems to be a little bit creepy keeping a lot of young boys around.
Yeah. I think the actor was also famous who played Ra. He was also famous in what?
Well, he played in The Crying Game. He's a
The Crying
fashion
Game
producer, and he appeared in The Crying Game with the apparently a very famous penis scene, from what I've heard. They have lots of penis references today.
You'd have to ask Frank how that scene played out.
Honestly, never seen The Crying Game, and probably never will. So.
This was his last film. The actor who played Ra.
Yeah, he only did a couple movies.
Yeah, because
really?
His career was kind of damaged after Crying Game. He was just known as the penis guy. Yeah.
Well, he didn't really plan on acting. He, the people who made The Crying Game asked him because they discovered him at a fashion show, and then he kind of did this movie because the studio wanted him to, but he he didn't. From what I read, he didn't really seek out roles or anything. He kind of chose to, kind of move on.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky him.
And it was. Yeah, apparently even had nipple rings they refused to take off, so the costume designers had to work around them, so they wouldn't show through the costumes.
Wow.
But there's one thing that this movie has great set pieces. I mean, the pyramids, the costumes. I like there's a lot of practical effects in this. You use a lot of practical effects for the Egyptian warriors and their helmets and things like that. And they use some CGI to make them disappear, but there's a lot of great practical effects in this.
A lot of filming in Arizona, right?
Yeah, Arizona and Mexico was most of the filming, and I think that that played to playing as a good sci-fi movie. Because if you made this film today, it's all CGI backgrounds, everything's CGI.
Yeah,
and I think this movie this came out at the perfect time to have a really good blend of some CGI and lots of practical effects. I think there are some elements I don't like on it, like Kurt Russell's character plays a classic military guy, but the other members of his special forces team are kind of it's hard to take them seriously. Like they don't feel tough. You know what I mean? Like this is an era in which we're getting, most military movies, the military guys are tough. His military guys are kind of like, okay, they're kind of buffoons. So that throws you off a little bit. But I like the interaction with the kids and the Egyptian characters and everything. And as much as said about Jay Davidson and his crying game appearance and stuff, he's kind of a little bit menacing in the movie. But he was so lightweight though. It's a different actor in scenes when the helmet's on him because the helmet was too big. So actually have two different actors in the suit, and then whenever he's not under mask. So that was interesting. And but you can tell if you look at the hands on the person in the suit are a little darker than Jay Davidson's hands. So interesting.
Yeah. I kind of want to make a note that this movie was definitely elevated by the film score by David Arnold. I think it's definitely one of the best film scores in Roland Emmerich's film library. And David Arnold went on to compose music for Tomorrow Never Dies from some of the Pierce Brosnan films.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a great score, especially the end credits score too. Has a very epic Egyptian influenced melodies and stuff. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. This movie hits all the right notes. It has a good opening, good characters, a good musical score, good effects. I mean, we're talking about the box office earlier. It opened to 35 million in the U.S. or no, 16 million in the U.S. and went on to make 71 million, 196 worldwide. And you might say like, hey, 196 nowadays, that's nothing. But this movie opened in October of 1994. October is normally not the time that movies are very successful, especially back then. So 200 million worldwide is extremely successful. And if it wasn't for MGM taking the right to making a TV show, we probably would have gotten more. But instead, Emmerich and Devlin moved on to make Independence Day instead, instead of doing a Stargate sequel, which is, I wonder where it would have gone. It makes you want, it's one of those what ifs if we had gotten more. Because SG1 started in 97. So, yeah.
I actually have a friend who's a fan of the SG series from, the first SG1 and then Atlantis. Mm-hmm. And then,
there's like four of them, isn't there?
Yeah, Atlantis, and then there was one where they were, what was it? Kind of on a ship.
There was a ship, and then that spun off into a movie called The Ark of Truth or something. I remember.
Yeah, the Ark. Yeah,
that's where MacGyver came back to play Kurt Russell's character in that series.
Yeah.
What's funny?
For some reason, he didn't really take the role seriously. I mean, he did, but
he's always a little clowny. Yeah. I remember seeing episodes of the TV show, and his colonel's more goofy.
Yeah. Less serious compared to Kurt Russell's character,
which is weird. And one of the reasons why you probably think his military personnel in this movie is kind of weak is French Stewart is one of his military guys, and I could not. Really? I would have never pictured French Stewart as a military. French Stewart, yes. Yeah. French Stewart.
I don't know.
Third Rock from the Sun.
From Third Rock from the Sun.
He's got the scrunched up face.
Yeah.
He was in Love Bites with the chick.
He was in the Three Stooges movie. He played Larry.
That's right.
Yeah, that was like considered one of the worst movies ever made.
Not really. It's not the worst. I mean,
No, I said one of the. It's on the list. Yeah.
Broken Arrow. He was in Broken Arrow.
Was he?
IR crewman. Yeah.
Broken Arrow came real close to being my birthday pick since it's John Woo. I need to add that to our possibility list on the Google Doc.
Wait till next year. Womp womp.
Well, I don't have to wait for my birthday to do a John Woo film, but But no, I really enjoy Stargate quite a bit. I think it's a really cool concept. It's got a lot of great, exciting moments in it. Is it somewhat predictable? Sure. The good guys are probably going to win and everything, and but that's okay. It doesn't make it any less of a fun adventure movie. The concepts are really neat ideas of having this space raw who travels to different worlds and interdimensions or whatever it is, and there's a Stargate between ours. And I know the TV shows touch much more on that. There's Stargates across the universe.
Yeah. Because Ra was bringing humans over and enslaving them, and so they destroyed or they buried the Stargate on their side to prevent him from being able to do that, and being able to go between those worlds.
Yeah, so he prevents reading and writing, so no one could know how the rebellion started, but then leave it up to James Spader and Kurt Russell to show them the way and lead the rebellion. And,
what was your reaction when you walked out of the theater? I know it's been decades since you.
I remember liking it, man. I remember my dad enjoying it. I remember just really enjoying the movie. I mean, I love just very classic science fiction, man. And I nothing too complicated, just a fun time at the movies. And I think Stargate delivers on all those levels. And I really do think that, I know they went on to make Independence Day 2 years later, Devlin and Emmerich, but Independence Day is a fun film. But I think Stargate's a little bit better movie. I think it's just structured better. I think it's, a cooler tale that had so many possibilities of where it could have gone if they made more of them. Independence Day just gets the nod for being, such the hype machine that was behind it with the trailers that came out, the first trailer blowing up the White House and all that stuff. And
then Bill Pullman's speech,
right? But they and it shows you where their career went after that. They continue to just make disaster movies, and I know they did make Midway a couple years ago, but you could argue Midway was a disaster film. I mean, what has Emmerich and Devlin done that's even close to Stargate levels of science fiction?
Science fiction, but The Patriot, as far as success.
Oh yeah, The Patriot.
Yeah,
I like that.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, what was that movie? 2012? Was that like a thing?
Oh yeah, that's a disaster movie.
That was a disaster movie.
It was okay.
Moonfall was a disaster movie.
Yeah.
White House Down, basically a disaster terrorist movie.
Yeah.
10,000 BC was okay. That was The Day After Tomorrow, disaster movie. Mm-hmm. And your favorite movie they made the Godzilla remake.
Yeah.
A different kind of disaster.
I think time has been more forgiving on that film.
I didn't realize
there have been some really bad Godzilla movies that came out since then that were even worse. Like the Godzilla anime trilogy was terrible.
I didn't realize that Emmerich directed Universal Soldier.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. That's what got him the job for Stargate.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you go based on IMDb ratings. Patriot's their highest rated movie by just a little bit over Stargate.
Yeah, and really, The Patriot isn't really groundbreaking or anything. It's just a serviceable.
Well, it was coming off this, and it was coming off the success of movies like Braveheart at the time and stuff, So that became a thing that era. But I really enjoy Stargate, man, and it's a fun science fiction movie. Good musical score, just a well done.
I definitely give it a B. It's an easy B.
Yeah, I would say easy B. I couldn't give it an A. But I think it's a solid B.
Yeah, for sure.
I go a little bit. I give it a B plus. I go just a little bit higher. I just think it. I think it's. I don't think anyone would watch this and think it sucked at all. So that's why I think I go a little bit higher. And if it's strange because Roger Ebert hated this movie, but I also look at this was a time. Roger Ebert in the mid-90s was really, I think he was smoking a lot of fucking dope. There was you go look at some of the list of movies that dude didn't like, you're like, how did he not like this movie?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Oh, well. But
Roger Ebert definitely didn't win any allies in the gaming community. Right up to the
No.
day he died, he considered gaming not an art form.
I would sometimes on Saturday night watch Siskel and Ebert just because it was on and I was a movie fan, and sometimes the things they would say, I was just like, are they even really critics? I almost feel like they were tryhards. They would try to not like stuff, because for TV ratings, honestly, at the time, it's what it was. Let's stir up some talk, with our TV show. Because
sorry, I'm filling some water here.
Yeah, I thought you were peeing, man, for a minute. I was
No.
like what? like in Naked Gun, whenever he doesn't realize the mic is on.
All right. So next week we are going to end the month of August with a fun action movie, man. Probably I don't know, man, if this is I really like this Die Hard movie. It might be my favorite, man, just because I think it might be my favorite because it's so fucking over the top. It really takes the Die Hard franchise and really kind of maybe not goes out there as much as Live Free or Die Hard, but it gets a little wild, man, with this whole cat and mouse game where Jeremy Irons' character holds the city for ransom, basically. But we are talking Die Hard with a vengeance next week on the show, man. It's Samuel L. Jackson. Him and Bruce are quite interesting together in this movie. The things they talk to each other. Lots of F words, in the movie. So, but it's a good one, man. I think it might have. What year did it come out? I want to say it was the anniversary this year, back early
97 or 98.
This was my first Die Hard film.
1995, so it is the 30th.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's why we had it on the list earlier this year, and we never got to it. So we'll do the 30th anniversary of Die Hard with a vengeance a little bit later, as we'll do it next week on the show. But it's a good one, man. So that's it, man. The rebelradiopodcast.com for all your Rebel Radio needs, as always, and all the apps, and even on YouTube, if you want. I always get asked. That is the number one question I get asked. Can I listen to your show on YouTube? Yes, you can. But until then, man, everybody continue. Thanks for listening. Be safe out there. This has been Mark.
This has been Matt.
This is Long.
Hot as balls, Long. Until next time. See you later.
Bro,
remember, just go there and do it.
Do it.